moms. Join them as they witness the miracle of birth. My mom's having a baby.
You're listening to Please Send Dick Pics. Please send them. Hey everybody, I'm April and you're listening to
Please Send Dick Pics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm here today with a really cool local person to Phoenix area, Kristin LaVanway. Say hello.
Woo. Hello, everybody.
And she's my special guest.
Yay.
My co-host. Woo. Angie, I guess, said she's puking her guts out. So that's interesting and
get well soon, Angie.
And a good visual. I first want to give a shout out really quick before we talk about Kristin. I want to shout out to our listeners. We have a lot of San Francisco listeners. Actually, just within one day, they listened 100 times. Somebody there, I don't know who, but it's probably just one person stalking us. But I love it. And Los Angeles is always our top place for listeners, so shout out to you guys. Thank you for listening. It means a lot. And you know what's in the water over there? Are there dick pics in the water? I'm really grateful for that. It brings you to us.
They have dick pics in the water and everything.
That's making them listen to the podcast.
Okay.
And then another shout out to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam.
Yay, Ho Chi Minh City.
What's up, Vietnam? Woo. I like that Robin Williams movie.
Good morning, Vietnam.
So yeah, if you can understand me, I'm just kidding. All right, so Kristin, tell us about yourself and like what you dabble in.
What I dabble in many things.
Yes.
I pay my bills by selling people houses and helping them sell their house. So buy and sell houses, aka real estate agent. And I started doing comedy 2 years ago, and I love it. I think it's super fun. So I do that. I dabble in motherhood because all my kids are grown up. So it's sort of like a hobby now. It used to be a full-time job, but now it's more of a hobby. That's pretty much, I think, that's pretty much the highlights.
That's a summary.
Yeah.
That's a great joke. Use it about dabbling in motherhood because you reversed.
Yeah,
You've gone backwards.
I mean, you can't retire completely from motherhood, but you just sort of dabble.
Well, if you're a deadbeat mom, you can.
True. I suppose you could if you wanted to, but I choose to dabble. I choose to continue dabbling.
That is a great joke. You went from career mom to hobby mom. Okay.
Hobby mom. Yep.
So let's talk about, we usually talk about our week or, whatever we want to talk about that happened on the week. This month, it sounds stupid, and I'm sure everyone takes this for granted, but I don't have, internet in my home. So, this month, I paid more for my cell phone service. I paid for, the full plan. I do, the T-Mobile pay-as-you-go, usually. Uh-huh. So you can kind of choose, month to month, what level of cell phone you want to pay.
Oh, it's not the same bill every month?
No, I can change the amount.
Mine is just one gigantic bill every month.
Is it Verizon?
No, I have T-Mobile, but all my kids are on my plan.
Oh.
So.
Well, I like family plans, but
because it's so cheap that way. It's like $10 or something.
Shit.
Just be on my plan, you guys.
Oh. Anyone want to be on Kristin's plan? I do.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think I have a spot for somebody right now.
Oh, really? I might take you up on that. Because I was going to do... Okay, so this month I paid more for my plan. So, I'm really happy. I'm so curious about everything in the world. So I'm just watching stuff all the time.
So you got a little bit of internet.
Yeah, everything can stream better. Oh. Usually the other plan, it streams for 10 gigs and then drops off to really slow.
Oh. You have internet through T-Mobile versus, let's just say, Cox or
Yeah, I don't want to pay $50 for my cell phone bill and then pay $50
Yeah, it's
For
so
the other-
expensive with Cox. I never thought about it. Maybe I should talk to T-Mobile. I would never get away with it though, because my kids are all gamers. So
they
then we
need
need to
super
have like
fast.
gigablasts and things
Gigablasts.
like that. They're like, Mom, we need gigablasts.
It sounds like a gigapet, but like also
it's much scarier than
a
that.
Pokemon gigapet.
Because you walk into the room and there's like TV screens on all the walls, and they're all going with these games, and I don't play the games, so I look at them, I'm like, what is? I don't even get that. Like,
it's like the CIA for games.
I have no idea what they are. It's not, you know.
But yeah, maybe I'll get on the plan because like I was gonna go with this Walmart T-Mobile plan, but I tried to. It's like $50 a month for the plan I'm on now. I'm paying like 80 something for it, 83.
Oh, but it's a $50 plan.
Yeah,
you're paying $80 for it.
No. Sorry if that's confusing. 83 normally or 84 with T-Mobile, usually for just like the full plan.
Oh.
And then at Walmart, they have a cheap one. Just shout out to everybody. They have like a cheap one through T-Mobile, and it's only $50 for the same plan.
Well, that's a good deal.
Yeah, and I tried to get it the other day, and this lady was like, I don't think you should get it. I don't know if it's compatible with your phone. And I'm like, I looked it up. It is.
You
She's
have an
like,
iPhone. How could it not be
yeah,
compatible?
my friend has an iPhone, and he's on that plan. It's like Family Mobile or something with Walmart. And I tried to buy it, and she's like, once you buy it, you're stuck with it. I'm not going to sell this to you. So I like walked out, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, what kind of salesperson is that? No, you can't have
it's
this.
really nice
it's
of
like
her.
For the cell phone Nazi. No cell phone for you.
I'm like, I need food. She's like, I don't think you should buy it. I'm really gonna. I don't think you should buy food.
No.
I'm like, I don't need to buy food at Walmart. I get it. I thank you for the advice. I shouldn't buy food at Walmart. Bye.
I can just imagine her like filing her nails. No, I don't.
You're not gonna want that.
No, don't. No.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe she'll get fired or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
What
if she doesn't even work there? She's
I don't
just
think
somebody you randomly
she was in a
grabbed
different
to.
outfit.
She's just like somebody sitting there, and you just, why is she asking me about cell phone service? I don't know.
I'm like, you're wearing blue. Okay. It's like Target. You're wearing red. I thought
Yeah.
have you ever worn red at Target and somebody's like asking you for help?
Oh yeah.
Has that ever
No.
happened to you? One time that happened to me.
But I've done that to somebody. I wasn't the recipient. I was the actual person asking help of somebody who had no idea what I was. How to help me.
And then I'm addicted to a show called Strangers with Candy.
That's a show?
Yeah, did you know?
On what?
You know about the movie, or you don't know about it at all?
No, this is completely new.
Everyone has not seen it. I guess I'm included, but I love the show. It's from 1999, and it was on Comedy Central.
Or something?
No, it's about a lady who's drops out of high school. She becomes a coke addict, a stripper, all kinds of just slutty things. And then she gets her life back together, goes back to high school age 46, and starts,
Oh, wow.
Whatever grade she was in, she starts at that grade. Probably
That's crazy.
11th or 12th grade. And tries to, and Stephen Colbert's in it. He wrote it.
Oh.
It's so good. It's like a stand-up, so many little punchlines. It's just so good. I'm addicted to it. I'm watching it out of order. You can watch it out of order. It's on ComedyCentral.com. It's on dailyvideos.com, and it's on Amazon Prime, but you have to pay for each season. But yeah, I recommend it. I'm trying to get. It's so inspiring. It's the show is like how I think. I feel like when I do stand up, I want to be punchier and that's my ideal punchline.
I think the name is unfortunate, though, because the first thing I thought of was, what do you think of when you say strangers with candy?
Pedophiles?
Yes, don't you think?
Well, so I guess the show's based on, it's kind of like some guy, you're walking home and he's offering you candy, and then he shows you his dick.
Strangers with candy.
Yeah, stranger danger.
Yeah.
So it's basically, the show's premise is it's supposed to be an after-school special, I guess in the 70s or
They were.
80s.
I was alive back then.
Oh, yeah, you were.
ABC After School Special. Oh, yeah.
There's always a moral, was it a 30-minute show or a 20-minute show?
It was a 30-minute show, I think.
It wasn't Schoolhouse Rock. It was
No.
just a sitcom type thing.
No, not animated. It was live action.
So that's what the show is. It's there's always a moral, I don't know. There's so many. Like one time in one episode, they try to turn the school. Some Sherry O'Terry from SNL and another guy, and I forgot his name. 2 guys from SNL. One guy is kind of like you recognize him, but you're not sure of his name. But he was on SNL in the 90s. Saturday Night Live, if anyone's asking what that means. Spartan Cheerleader, Sherry O'Terry was in it. And they're trying to turn the high school into a mall, like very slowly. So slowly, like the office is suddenly like a Cinnabon. And, and there's always
crazy.
a moral. So there's always a moral, like, you know, I think that was the last episode ever, but they burned down the school and they're like, you know.
They burned it down.
Yeah, and she's like, and like, Jerry Blank is the main character, played by Amy Sedaris, and she's like, at the end, she's like, the moral of the story is, you know, when you don't want to go to school, burn it down, you know? Like, just morals like that.
I guess that's out-of-the-box thinking.
Yeah. She's like, if I learned anything today, and she has, like, an overbite. And,
well, that sounds adorable.
So,
adorable.
How was your week?
My week is pretty good. Well, I think one very big highlight was I went and saw John Mulaney.
You did see I was going to buy tickets.
I didn't even know. And then I was like, oh, wow, there's not even that many tickets left. So they were, because all the tickets are the same price. I don't know anything about watching
great.
comedians.
It's not overcharged. I mean, it's $50, right?
It was $38, but then they charge on a bunch of fees.
Yeah,
a lot of fees. It was so funny. I came home. And my son goes, Mom, it looks like you've been crying with laughter. Because, you know, you just laugh and tears are pouring down your face.
I should have gone. So Why did I not go? I could have just spent the $50.
I know.
Who cares about my rent?
It was so funny. It was really
What was
really
the best joke? I think I've seen all his jokes.
He told the one about the horse in the hospital.
Yeah.
That one's really good. So the couple I didn't hear before, he talked about the Chicago police officer who came and talked to the school about stranger danger. That was super funny.
I haven't seen that one. Okay.
No, it was really, really funny. Went on and on. Let's see. I don't know. I'm on the spot. I
just love him.
Anything he does is just so funny. He talked about his wife.
Yeah.
And their marriage. There was some real funny stuff.
She makes lamps.
He did not talk about the lamps.
She makes lamps.
He didn't talk about the
like
lamps.
1920s lamps.
Yeah. On the spot, it's hard for me to recall exactly, but those.
Damn, I almost bought a ticket at 5 p.m. like 3 hours before the show, and but I knew he was coming because I saw like his Instagram. He had like a cool picture for it and like a little mini caption article or something on there, and I'm like, this is a beautiful like ad for the Phoenix show.
Yeah.
It's probably a last minute show.
It was a pretty full house. But he said he did something else in Scottsdale at Talking Stick, and he was saying that there weren't very many people there. Oh, which is like what? Why wouldn't you go?
I think he did 2 nights too.
At Talking Stick?
I think he did. Maybe I don't know, maybe one.
This was at Comerica.
No, I know. He last time he was here. Where I saw him
was Comerica.
Yeah, so this time was Comerica Theater. Last time he was here was Scottsdale, and I thought he did 2 shows there. But
yeah, he is so funny. He just cracks me up.
I want to be him. Okay. I mean, he's so normal. Like, you almost think he wouldn't be funny.
Yeah.
Is that weird to say? Like,
and he just tells great stories. And he tells them in a really, like, way where you have tears pouring down your face.
And he's just so humble. Like, I'm sure there's people out there who hate him, but, like, I can't see you.
You can't hate
I can't
him,
see anyone
so
hating
nice.
this guy.
Yeah.
Same with Maria Bamford. If, I feel like I might have a hater or two, and I don't know why.
We all do.
Yeah,
we all have haters.
But like for someone like Maria Bamford, Emo Phillips, I saw him. So I've seen him, and that was great. That's right up there. That's amazing to see him. He sang to my mom for her birthday, and I recorded it.
Aww, that's nice.
And like Maria Bamford, Emo Phillips, John Mulaney are like my favorite comedians, and they just seem so nice that I'm like, if they have haters. Oh, and Aparna Nancherla, that like if anyone hates them, I'm like, how? But I'm sure like their own family hates them. Like I don't know, like their own wife or whatever.
Yeah. There's always somebody who's gonna hate you, no matter who you are.
Those are people I cannot imagine anyone hating them. Well, that's great.
Yeah, that was super fun. Otherwise, it's just been working and, I don't know, just the normal, my hobby.
You said realty is going really well right now?
It is. It's
Good.
been super busy, so that's good. I've been working with a lot of out-of-town people.
Oh,
so
from
that's
where?
Fun. Right now, I have clients from Boise, Idaho.
Oh, yeah, get
Salt
the hell
Lake
out of there.
City, Belgium, that's the farthest. Germany, I got a guy from Germany, but he's down. He just came in for like a preview. He's not gonna do anything next year. Where else? I don't know, like all over.
Are the foreign people, so like the foreign people who come here from Belgium or Germany, are they really into the Southwest house look? Are they going for like the most Southwest looking house they can find because they like the Westerns?
No.
Or okay,
They all want a pool.
okay.
Both of them want a pool. One's a kind of has a new, they're younger. They have a little daughter, and so they have certain needs. And then the other one, he's on his own. His kid's grown up, and he's kind of retiring, so he wants like a workshop and.
Oh, cool! Like Geppetto.
Yeah,
That's
they
Italian.
want these guys. They don't want to do any housework because they're busy and stuff. And then the Germany guy, he's like, yeah, I want to tinker and fix.
He wants to build a Volkswagen.
Something like that. Yeah.
I will say, I'm doing a shout out to this company called Hungry Root. Like, ooh, I'm so hungry, and then root.com, Hungry Root. I want to mention them because I just started getting food delivered to my house, which is a weird thing for me.
It is.
And then I make the meal within like 5 to 8 minutes. And it's delicious.
That's weird. So it's like the Blue Apron thing, only faster?
Yeah, and there's a lot of variety. For like, $70, you actually get like a week's worth. And that was close. I was spending like $40 on groceries.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like $30 more. I mean, to have like the convenience of just like whipping it up.
And are you really spending $40? Because then maybe you have to go back because you forgot
There's
to
gas,
get, capers or something.
Also, like when I spend $40, I'm probably not getting the variety of food.
Right. You probably buy the same things every time.
Or just
maybe not as nutritious either. You might be just getting like rice cakes and.
I mean, vegetables are actually pretty cheap if you go to like the Asian markets and stuff, but I don't buy rice cakes. Ew.
Yeah.
But like they're good sometimes.
I watched Chop last night, and that's.
Oh.
You ever watch that show?
Yeah, I
Chopped?
like that show.
It's very. I don't know. It's like I need to just download everything that happened today. I'm just gonna watch Chopped.
Something you don't do.
It'll just replace everything that happened today with just a weird cooking competition show of making things with bizarro ingredients.
I do like the show on Food Network where they make food with weird devices or handicaps. So like, I think it's called, like Guillotine Kitchen or something.
Guillotine Kitchen?
No, it's not.
I've not seen
It's
that
not
show.
called that. It's called, I forget. I used to watch it. But they'll start making stuff normal, and then somebody gets like so many lives, or like you get like phone a friend or something where you can not phone a friend, but it's like you get money to buy a device to limit somebody else who's your competitor.
Like handcuffs or?
Yeah, like, you have to make all your food in these handcuffs. Or you have to make all your food without a pan.
Oh, wow.
Or
that sounds like a crazy show.
Or you can only chop all of your tomatoes with a shoe or something.
Wow.
And so they're like, we're going to make it's always a standard dish, like macaroni and cheese, fried chicken. But they'll, like if I hate, like there's 4 chefs in the kitchen, I think. And like, everyone who like knows this show is probably just bored with my explanation.
Yeah, I've never heard of this show though, but it sounds crazy.
Like if you're my competitor in the kitchen, I'll be like the host will suddenly bring out a random device as you're chopping up your stuff for the meal, and he's like, "Oh, we got this nice little pair of skis here," and it's like, I'm like, "Oh, I'm thinking like, oh, I hate Kristin. I'm gonna bid on it." So he'll be like, "Who wants to use this, snowy device?"
I told you there's always somebody that hates everything.
Yeah, I mean, not, and then like I'll be like, I'll give like 5,000 of my money, and basically I think they start at like 50,000.
And then I have to make macaroni and cheese with skis on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then like somebody comes and taste tests everything like a professional.
Oh.
And so he'll taste all the different foods, and he doesn't know like who had the limitation.
Oh.
But
this tastes like someone made it with skis on.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. So that was a long explanation, but so Hungry Root. I'm gonna put a link in the SoundCloud page for this podcast. If you want to get like $30 off, which is basically half off of your Hungry Root purchase, again, the food's really great. I'm going to put it in there. And I also get $30 off. So please click on it.
Right,
that would be awesome.
Because she's hungry and needs needs a delivery truck to arrive very shortly to her house.
Yeah, I just want $30 off. Mm-hmm. It'll make it basically makes it like $30 when you order.
And
so
you can't buy groceries for a week for $30.
No, it'll make your order like $30. So definitely do it. So let's talk about like news.
News.
We can talk about the. There's a car. Sorry. I have my window open or my door open because it's such a beautiful day.
Yeah, believe it or not, we're not in a soundproof studio right now.
Yeah, I know you thought that we were this whole time. You listened to all the other episodes, and they're such high quality that you thought that. So, what do you think about the March for Our Lives?
I thought that was awesome. I think that's impressive. You know, when it all started and they had the speakers after the shooting in Florida, I was amazed by that. But this is like a million times more. I mean, I saw some estimates of like 800,000 kids in Washington, D.C.
That's not even including the other cities who participated. Yeah. There's other cities that participated.
And you think about their kids, so it's not like they can just, head off. It's a little more complicated when you're 16 to head to Washington, D.C., say.
Because you need a ride.
Right.
Probably.
Gas money, maybe. I don't know.
A bus pass.
But I mean, they were so motivated to go there, and then, all the speakers were so eloquent and passionate, and I hope this is a sign of things to come. I thought it was amazing. Yeah,
because I was very tired of like hearing, the upswing. I mean, there's always been shootings in schools. On Wikipedia they talk about all the shootings in schools ever, like since 1800s,
and there's barely any, and now there's like daily.
There's a big upswing in the mid to late 90s. It started going up, so.
Yeah, it's about time that.
And some are random. Like some of them are like 2 girls have a suicide pact. Like they're not.
Which even then is
disturbing. Yeah. Like you don't feel sad until you're 30. Like wait till you're 30 to do something. Okay, to off yourself. I'm just kidding. But don't do it.
Don't off yourself.
But I really liked. This is probably like maybe the hero of the week. And the comments section of this video are terrible. Like. Because everyone thinks the kids are acting.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
They don't understand passion.
The people that are saying that, I think, are not. They're those, what do you call the trolls? The trolls, yeah.
I've been accused as a troll, and I wasn't. So I get accused of being a troll all the time, and I'm not. So.
Oh, really? Why would somebody think you're a troll?
I think it's the way I word things. I don't know.
Maybe.
And I'm kind of always I'm emotional, but I think when I type, I try not to get emotional about things.
Do you use a lot of capital letters?
No, not capital.
Okay.
I don't yell at
all
people.
Right.
But no, I've been accused of being a troll, and I don't know why. I think when you're a comedian, I bet a lot of comedians get accused of that. I bet any comedian listening has probably been through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the way I word things.
But anybody that gripes about kids who are standing up for an important issue, I think is off the rocker.
They're too young to have a position. That's what. Yeah. So Emma did. She's a superhero of the week. Sorry. She's a superhero of the week. Superhero of the week. I
feel like she's the one who kind of ignited things with her speech.
She's so passionate. Yeah. When you're passionate, you're probably not getting paid to do it. So she did a moment of silence at the march. Like in the middle of her speech, she just stopped talking for like 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Or maybe the start of her speech was also included in that 6 minutes, but...
and what was the significance of the 6 minutes?
That's how long it took him to kill the shooter at Parkland to kill 17 people.
Oh, wow.
Kids. And a teacher or whatever. So... And then the comments were so bad underneath. They're just like, they just, I try not to get mad. I was just like...
It's hard to understand how people think that way. How can you be so jaded and cynical?
I feel like I can understand everybody. Like, I'm sure it's obviously if you're a gun owner and you're really passionate about guns, you're going to say that probably.
But even gun owners don't want kids to get shot at school.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, let's get real.
One comment said, "Wow, get a life," and I'm like, the people who died can't get one from guns. Just comments like some of them were like giving him the middle finger, and I'm like, sometimes I think like if you're a woman who's passionate about something, people don't like that. Like, I don't know.
They mostly think you're on your period.
I mean, no, Emma's very calm. We can see it in her eyes, but she's very calm. One of them said she was getting paid to say that, and I go, "Are you getting paid to comment that?" They could be getting paid, right? I mean, let's use the same logic. But I don't want people divided, so it's like really.
I think if you really have an opposing viewpoint, rather than doing that sort of trolling stuff, then state your viewpoint. If you can state your viewpoint in an intelligent, coherent way, you're going to get a lot farther if you really disagree with what they're saying, versus just insulting them. And I think that's why there's so much trouble right now getting things done, is there's too much attacking the other person versus stating your viewpoint. And you can, because you're not talking about the ideas then,
Yeah.
It's not a personal issue, most of these things. It's more of a society's issue, and if you don't talk about it, then it really doesn't get anywhere. So that's why the kids are like, we're talking about it.
Yeah, because I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Also, and yeah, they set a date. They're like, we're setting a date, and it's March 24th to talk about it.
Yeah. And hopefully it's the start of a really good dialogue now.
A lot of gun owners worry about I'm not trying to say everyone, but there's gun owners who talk about, it's a right, and which is great, but it's also to protect you from a tyrannical government. And I'm like, one person I read a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, they said, your tyrannical government, like you're protecting yourself from, he said it to a gun owner, it's great that you're trying to protect yourself from a tyrannical government, but if they really want to kill you, they'll use their military. So your gun, or like your friends who have guns, are like no match for the government.
An AK-47 against like a tank, or
if your government really wants to take you down,
F-14 or something,
it'll just fly over you. And you won't know it, because again, the people who own guns are not very fast at reacting to
wait, I gotta open my
I gotta load. Let me open up my chest of guns.
Bullets?
Where did I put the oh gosh, oh no, it's probably all. I gotta clean this out. Yeah. It's been a while.
Meanwhile, they just dropped a bomb on your house.
Then you just got like a helicopter shooting your house down. There's a drone strike on your house. Yeah. So, and also at Parkland, I mean, while the shooter was in there, I guess there's police hiding, Well,
they had the one security guard, they said, first of all, they post one security guard at a school, because who thinks they're going to get shot?
No one.
Right?
Yeah.
But he didn't really intervene. He sort of...
There's 4 police officers that didn't intervene for like a few minutes. And
when they got there, they didn't intervene.
And then the shooter got away for an hour before.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So, I mean, you can say like, oh yeah, if the teachers have guns, or someone on campus has guns, they're going to react. But I'm like, there was people with guns. No, too slow. Like, even the fastest person is too slow.
I think that we've had this been talked about a lot. But can you imagine a kindergarten teacher, packing heat? Like, she's like, all right,
Mexican
children,
standoff, I hear a lot.
Yeah, go over there and sit, sit in the corner while I go get my gun so I can shoot. It's not going to happen.
And she shoots like a kindergartner by accident.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Just dumb. It's like too much
to
think
about.
It
takes a lot of training.
Let's simplify it.
Yeah.
Let's just take guns out of there.
And
it's such a big issue.
It is.
I don't even know why, but it is.
Well, because it's gotten to this point.
It's a personal issue, but it doesn't need to be. Okay. So let's see. I just hit a text by accident. Okay, sorry. So I love. I didn't read it yet, but I saw the trailer for it on Audible.com. There's a little animated trailer for this book. It's the John Oliver.
I love that.
Marlon Bundo.
Yeah.
Did you read the first one?
I did not read either of them.
Yeah.
But I saw the trailer and the whole story about
you saw it?
The 2 stories.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's so cute. And it's like all the celebrities doing the voices for the Audible thing. So yeah, I thought that was adorable. And of course I love John Oliver. He's hilarious.
He's so
and very
like
insightful,
humble.
I think.
Yeah.
Unless you're a conservative Republican, then you might not like him. But
yeah, you may not like him then.
I think he's very well thought, and really researches well. And I think this is a valid thing he's trying to do here, to raise awareness for
ways awareness
for bunny rights.
Bunny whites,
gay bunny rights.
Yeah, gay bunny whites. Meow meow.
But it looked really cute.
Yeah.
Really, really cute. And I guess it's outselling Pence's book by a long shot.
Yeah, I tried to go read it, but I think Barnes & Noble is out.
If you're not aware of what this is, it is Mike Pence, who's the Vice President of the United States. His wife and daughter, I guess, wrote a book about their pet bunny, the life in the day of the Vice President.
In the White House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's about their bunny they have there. And so John Oliver happened to write a book about the same time, released I think a day before, coincidentally also about a bunny of the same name, Marlon Bundo. But Marlon, in his story, of course, is a different story they're telling. It's in the White House. It takes place in the White House. But it's more of a love story, right?
Yeah. And the other bunny, the bunny that the bunny falls in love with, looks like John Oliver.
Yeah.
It does.
Because it's a gay bunny story, and it's very adorable.
John Oliver, are you gay? I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Mike, stay away from Mike Pence if you are. But I thought that was so cool to see. It looks like John Oliver. I'm like, this would be John Oliver as a bunny. It was a cute bunny.
I think some of the characters do look like famous people if you look through there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, definitely the stink bug looks like Mike Pence.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. There's a clear resemblance there.
Mike Pence's daughter likes the book that John Oliver wrote.
Why would he not, or she not? It's a great story.
Great.
Yeah.
And all the money, I think the Pence's book goes to some charities, but like the John Oliver book, goes to the Trevor Project, which is I think an LGB.
Yeah, I think it's like a suicide prevention.
Yeah, and then an AIDS fund. So it goes. So all
it's
the
really
proceeds.
good causes. And a really cute story.
It's only $1.99 on Audible, so that's cool. And it's 7 minutes long for the. I think it's 40 pages, but 7 minutes.
Yeah, because it's a children's book.
Oh yeah, there's really. It's not a
book.
novel. Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought that was great. Let's see what else. What do you think about Joe Biden saying he would beat the hell out of Trump if.
I missed all that.
Yeah.
I heard something about it, so I kind of know there was that thing, but I just get a kick out of Joe Biden. Yeah. I think he's hilarious and adorable.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't surprise me that he would say that, and I feel like probably he could take him.
Yeah. And I think he was saying it like, I saw the speech where he said it, and I think it was like a question that came up.
Oh.
I don't think it was like him actually trying to fight Trump. It was just like, well.
Like he didn't get up there and go, okay, you.
Randomly bring it up. Like,
we're going to meet you there and sting like a butterfly.
Yeah, I think it was a question. Like and it made sense in the context. Like, I think it was like a hypothetical. Like, if he could Back to the Future. I think it was like if he could Back to the Future Trump, he would prevent Trump from running or something like basic. I think that's what it was basically about. But Trump also obviously took it as like an offense and tweeted like that Biden's weak and I forgot if
some extremely presidential response.
What do you
say that with all sarcasm?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. What do you think about people? So Cynthia Nixon is going to run for governor, I think, of New York. What do you think about, like, celebrities running? Because there's a controversy on that.
I feel like we should just ask ourselves, really? Because look where that got us. Cynthia Nixon, if you want to get involved in government, I think that's awesome. Maybe start with something smaller. Maybe, like, be a city council person or a mayor or something like that. Because it's like how real estate is. Everyone watches HGTV and thinks it's such an easy job and you can just do it like that. All you need is a great outfit and a nice car. But it's really, really hard. Government is the same thing. A lot of these jobs look super easy on the news, but there's a lot more that goes into them. And we need people who are experienced and capable and level-headed.
Well, I think she's
to do
level-headed.
them.
I like
But
different
she doesn't
experience.
have the experience.
I like people having different experience and bringing it, I like the fact that someone has a different perspective on something and they come into government. I don't mind that. But when they're crazy, that's
Well,
crazy.
yeah, you don't want crazy people. But I think if you want to do something like that, I feel like it's better to start at a little bit lower level than governor because you're running a state operation. Like a city operation, I think.
Like start out, being a president of a school.
Something a little bit smaller and get the experience and things like that. Get used to how things work because I think government is a lot different than even running a business. So even if you're a business owner and you come into it, it's different. It operates in a different way.
What do you think about Al Franken when he went into government? Because he went from, I don't know if he had experience before he went into government.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Saturday Night Live in like 70s or 80s.
Right, he was a comedian. I think he did some other things in between though, but I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good question.
Because what's the difference between him and Cynthia Nixon?
Well, I think being a senator is different than being a governor.
It's more involved,
You're
probably.
a legislator versus running the show.
Do you think it's less responsibility?
I don't know. I mean, they're both very... I mean, if you want to be senator, I would say maybe start running for a congressional, House of the House of Representatives first. But, so he was a political activist. I'm looking him up. We're looking up.
I wonder if he. Sorry, we're like live
we're
Wikipediaing right now.
Wikipedia right now.
I wonder. Yeah, I mean, I kind of wonder if he basically jumped into it as well.
So he won the seat by 312 votes out of nearly 3 million cast when he originally won the seat. So, but he was a political activist before. So I guess that's something. Because if you think about being a senator, you're a legislator versus a governor where you're an administrator, So it's a different skill set, basically, is what I'm saying.
I wonder if it's almost the same thing
I don't think
that we're
so.
seeing a lot of now.
But I think either way, I think we're better off with people who have some experience. And it looks like he was involved in politics.
Well, Nixon was okay. So Cynthia Nixon was also a political activist with LGBT rights because I think she's in, I think she's lesbian. I'm not sure.
Yeah, she's lesbian.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
She has my birthday. Yeah.
Oh, you guys have the same birthday?
Yeah. No, so she was a political activist too. So I wonder if it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that if you're a celebrity and you've never held a political office before that you're automatically going to suck, but I'm just saying that being a celebrity is not the best requirement or the best, feature in getting you elected.
Maybe you just
there should be some other stuff.
Maybe you just need experience with listening and with the public, and that's all you need. I don't know. Like helping people get
because there's
heard.
rumors of The Rock running for president.
I mean, and then Schwarzenegger was governor of California.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger became governor, and he did all right. I mean, arguably, I think there's some people that thought he did well and some that thought he didn't do a good job, but that's always the way it is. But yeah, I just feel like, you get somebody in there who really understands the system. It's very complicated. There's lots of moving pieces.
I was also looking up Jesse Jackson. And he was a civil rights activist.
Jesse Jackson?
Yeah.
Now, Jesse Ventura was governor of Minnesota.
I'm just thinking about... I think Jesse Jackson, he did try to run for... he was trying to run for, like, a presidential office.
Yeah, I think he did that for a while.
So maybe all you need to do is just be an activist, and then you can jump into it.
I don't know. I mean, being an activist means you're learning about legislation because you're lobbying for changes in laws, basically, is what you're doing,
that's
right?
True. So that's
it's kind of a start.
Maybe everyone is qualified, but except Trump. I don't think Trump's ever tried to be an activist. I don't know. You could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
He just knows how to like sue and go into debt.
Yeah. It's a big picture question.
Yeah, I wonder if. Well, we can move on. Then.
We can move on.
It's a long conversation.
We'll be here all day talking about this.
I don't mind talking about it, but
and we'll probably both get more haters too.
It's cool. It's up to you if you want to be a hater.
Yeah.
And ruin your own life.
I don't know. When you get haters, it's like you made it.
Well, also,
right?
yeah, I mean, you're probably doing something right. But I hate when people are like, oh, like they actually point out their haters, like, oh, the haters. And I'm like, don't focus on that. Why would you focus on that?
Right. Yeah.
You know, like people have shirts like, hate is gonna hate. I mean, it's funny, it's fun to say, but I'm like, who cares if they hate you?
Right.
Okay. So we have Dick of the Week, which is like if something ticked you off. This week, maybe people on Twitter, if you follow me, or Instagram, you probably saw me complaining about my hair. First world problems, I know. But there's
you think you have hair problems.
I know.
I singed off my hair from my blow dryer. So I have like this dorky little piece.
What
is
wrong with your hair getting...
Look at that.
How close are you holding your blow dryer?
I was in a hurry, and so you know how you do the upside down?
Like right...
I did the upside down like this.
Girl.
And it sucked my hair into the blow dryer.
Oh, that's just a crappy blow dryer.
And I didn't even know it.
That's just a shitty blow dryer.
So I didn't really know it. And then the next day or something, I'm like, what's that smell?
Oh my God.
And then I found this big hair tuft in my hairbrush. I'm like, what is this? Yes. Beware of...
So that's your Dick of the Week is your blow dryer.
My blow dryer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mine is like this hair color that I can't seem to replicate. It's like every year I find one hairstylist, because I'm always going to like beauty schools because they're cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I had a beauty school that wanted to charge me $80 just for a root touch-up. And I'm like, what happened to you?
$80?
I'm like, I've been going in for like 10 years. And I left. I'm like, I don't understand.
School.
Yeah, I'm like, no, this is like a salon price. That's not why I go to you.
Right.
And then I can't get, I have the color formula for my hair color. It's kind of like a Lucille Ball, strawberry blonde. I have that color formula and I show people photos and I give them the formula and they just can't seem to replicate the hair color. Once a year there's a hairstylist that can.
Oh.
And it's just annoying. I like the hair color, but maybe I need to ditch it and be boring. I don't know.
Right. What
other
color would you go to?
I don't know. Shave my head?
Blonde.
Probably blonde.
Or brunette. Go black. Do black. Do the goth. Good. Have a goth period.
I've done that. I don't know if I looked as good. I look good in every hair color.
Yeah.
But that just makes me mad. If there's a hairstylist who can like replicate hair color formulas.
Right. You can put a man on the moon. Why can't you get the hair color right?
I mean, it's not even that. It's just annoying to spend money and your hair color isn't where you want it to be. That's what I'm annoyed about.
Yeah.
So did you have a celebrity Dick of the Week?
I don't.
That's okay. I have one. I'm
Good.
gonna look it up really quick. So I was reading. I'm into Strangers with Candy, and I was reading an interview with Amy Sedaris because she's single, and she's had a lot of boyfriends, but she loves being single. And I'm like, oh my God, I agree with you. It's great not to worry about other people.
So she likes being in a relationship, but she doesn't want to get married. She doesn't like being in a relationship.
I don't think she does. And I think I personally almost thought, at the back of your mind, you think you need to find someone. And I'm like, for like this in the past, like this year, I'm like, you know what? I don't need to find anyone. Because it's a headache to deal with anybody. I don't mind dealing with people on a film production, comedy show, friends. I don't mind that. But it's like just having somebody in your personal life who's not your parents, or your brother or sister, but they are there to judge you.
That's who you're in a relationship with?
I feel like when I mean, I like opinionated guys, but I feel like when I'm in a relationship, I'm being judged or I need to be there for them and I just don't want to be. I like just worrying about myself, I like being alone. I like being social for a few hours and then going home alone. And
so you're more like a Katharine Hepburn type of person.
Oh, well, that's cool. Am I?
Yeah, I think she was like that.
Well, I don't know. I thought she was married, but I read this interview with Amy Sedaris, and she... so I'm going to get to the point of the celebrity Dick of the Week. She basically, for a while, I guess, to impress her family or just to be funny. She got a Christmas stocking from like an antique store, and it says Ricky on it. So that's the Dick of the Week is Ricky. This random name on a Christmas stocking that she bought. It says Ricky, and she bought it because it was cute. And then her family comes over, and they're like, "Who's Ricky?" And she started saying it was her boyfriend.
Oh.
Like, "Oh, yeah, he travels all the time. He's never really here. But, yeah, we're doing really well." And let me see what she says. She says, this is what she said in the interview. "I saw a Christmas stocking with the name Ricky on it, and I just had to have it. I started putting it up with my Christmas decorations every year, and when people ask about it, I said it belonged to my boyfriend who only visits during the holidays." And she talks about him like he actually exists. And over the years, she created a long and troubled history with her Suedo boyfriend. He was born and raised in Argentina and often brings her saffron, which is expensive. I have some from my grandma. My grandma makes sure I have saffron for some reason.
Yeah, I think you use it to make what is that stuff?
I don't know.
It's like a Spanish stew. What is that?
It can be used. It's used in something else.
Yeah, I'll think of the name.
There's something else I get that it's in it, and I don't know. So saffron during the holidays, and once he lost.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't. That's too much meat. There's something else I get that it's in, and I forget. Anyways, Ricky once lost everything he owned at a camper fire, like comedian Theo Manhattan. Okay, and suffered a stroke. And was mistakenly reported as murdered, and now he is living, designing dioramas for museums. And she often reports his exploits during their frequent guest spots on. She talked about him on The Late Show with David Letterman. Oh, okay. So
he sounds like a fascinating and easy to manage boyfriend for sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so I guess we're going to end the podcast because Kristen has to go show a house.
I have to show a house.
I'm sorry. And I want to thank everyone for listening.
Thanks for inviting me. This was really fun.
Talk about your website really quick and social media. Like, where can people find you?
Oh, well, for real estate, you can go to, the best place to go is meetkristen.com. That's my YouTube channel. I have my zany real estate
And you're
videos.
drunk sometimes on there. That's
Occasionally
great.
I drink. And sometimes there's good information, but there people enjoy them. So meetkristen.com or hereinphoenix.com is if you want to look for houses, you can go there. And I don't know. Oh, and then once a month I host That's What She Said, which is an all-female comedy show.
Are you posting the things that said let's meet up for a drink?
Yes.
Okay, I was like, who the hell is tagging me in this post about meeting up for a drink before the show?
Yes, that's me. So it's an all-female comedy show on it's one Thursday a month, and I like the idea of having a tailgate party before. Like we go and drink up at some downtown Mesa watering hole, and then we go and hoop it up at Comedy Off Main Street.
Sweet. And then any shows coming up that you're on?
That one is the only one I have scheduled right now.
Sweet. Okay.
And I think it's I want to say it's April 26th is the next one.
Okay. So Comedy Off Main Street .com if you want to find out where it's at. And please sponsor this podcast so I can keep it going on SoundCloud. And also email us at pleasesendddickpics.com. Or sorry, we don't have a website. I'm not paying for a website. Please send dick pics at gmail.com. Sorry. I got really close to the microphone. So, anyways, thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful week. And again, remember to please send dick pics.
Mom's on strike.
I'm tired of being everybody's round-the-clock servant.
Mom hits the picket line, and her family hits rock bottom.
When is it all gonna end? Tell me something. Who's the real Jack?
Scott Bio stars in Stone.
Hey, Joey. What's the matter, man? My parents are getting a divorce. It's tough.
It is tough. Watch My Dad Lives in a Downtown Hotel.
You'll think that you've been shot.